is in the on deck circle. He would bat for Howell. Here's a 1-1 from Romero. Strike two.
Pitch to hit then.
Ruiz continues to show how fundamentally sound he is behind the plate as the count evens at 2.
Both catchers, Navarro and Ruiz, just outstanding.
And Ruiz is from
Panama.
And Tiana Navarro is from
Venezuela.
The 2-2 pitch. Full count. Joe Madden studying his lineup card. Charlie Manuel just watching through that fencing in front of the dugout. Here's a 3-2 pitch. And a foul that hurt on a chilly night here in Philadelphia.
Looked like Jason wearing that half shin guard on his left foot. And that foul ball did not hit him on the left shin guard.
Another 3-2 pitch from Romero. To the shortstop. Rollins gets a true hop. Gets the out. Game 3 is tied going into the bottom of the 9th inning with Bruntlett, Victorino, and Phillies coming up. Tied at 4. J.P. Howell struck out the only 2 hitters he faced in the 8th inning. Also picked Jason Worth off at second base. And now here in the bottom of the 9th inning, it's his job to get it to the 10th with Bruntlett, Victorino, and Phillies coming up. Eric Bruntlett will step to the plate for the first time tonight. The last time he was at the plate, he took the first pitch from David Price and rode the ball out of the park in St. Pete in the top of the 8th. He took over for a defensive switch, really, because he's a little quicker in the outfield. Took over for Pat Burrell in the 7th. And he finally gets his first at bat here in the bottom of the 9th. Here he was in game 2, taking David Price out. First pitch to Bruntlett here is down for ball 1. Really was no small home run for a man with a gigantic beard. As Grant Balfour gets loose now in the bullpen again for Tampa Bay. Bruntlett's home run made it 4-2, and the game ended with Howard up, representing the tying run at the plate. You can hear the home plate umpire, Field and Colbreth, say that's a ball. It's 2-0. Strike 1. We're told that Shane Victorino on deck was in the batting cage the entire bottom of the 8th while the Phillies were batting, getting ready for his next at bat. He will follow Bruntlett. And Bruntlett is hit to start the 9th.
I wonder if Shane Victorino was in the batting cage bunting. because that's what he's going to be required to do right here, one would think, as Bruntlett is hit by a pitch.
So Howell is finished. He goes 1 inning. No runs yet, 2 strikeouts. And we're going to have a double switch. Balfour will come in. Victorino will come up. And we'll have a double switch as Joe Madden talks to Field and Culbreth about what he wants to do. Probably the right fielder will be switched. The number 7 hitter, that's where the pitcher will bat. And then Zobrist or Baldelli will take over in right and bat in the number 9 spot. So the double switch for Joe Madden here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Well, it is 1:37 or so on the scoreboard clock, and there are very few who have left here in Philadelphia. They have waited 15 years for the World Series to come back to Philly, and they're taking in every second of this. And why not? It's a good game. It may be late, but it's a good game. 4-4, bottom of the 9th inning. Leadoff man is on. Balfour is into the game. Ben Zobrist is in right. The pitcher will bat in the number 7 spot. Zobrist will hit 9th. But the focus now is on the combination of Grant Balfour, who is constantly talking to himself, yelling at himself on the mound, and Shane Victorino, who dropped down 5 sacrifice bunts during the regular season. The Rays are expecting it. We'll see if they get it. Bruntlett, the winning run at first with nobody out.
Well, they might get it, but I don't know if I'd sacrifice here with Pedro Feliz on deck.
Strike 1.
If you get the runner over, the Phillies are 1 for 32 with runners in scoring position. They have not driven in a run with runners in scoring position in 3 games. So you're bunting a guy over, and then if you use Dobbs to pinch hit for Feliz, they're going to walk him and pitch to Ruiz.
Plus they're giving up one of their best hitters.
Right.
That one gets away. It kicks right back to Navarro, whose throw goes into center. Bruntlett will go to third, and there's the winning run 90 feet away.
The best laid plans of mice and men and managers to bunt. Wild pitch. Wild throw. Winning run on at third.
Good base running by Bruntlett. That ball kicked perfectly back to Navarro, which led DeHonor to think he had a shot at Bruntlett. Even a good throw doesn't get him. And in the end, it sails into center field, and Bruntlett hops up, goes to third. And now with first and second base open, they'll walk at the very least Victorino. And then we'll see what they do with Feliz, but the winning run is 90 feet away at third. Eric Bruntlett with nobody out. And the Phillies have an opportunity to win Game 3 of the World Series by doing what they've struggled to do so far in this set against the Rays, and that is produce a run from third base with less than 2 out, which they did in the first inning tonight. But they have really struggled when they've had a chance to push one across. And here comes Joe Madden out to talk. There is nobody getting loose in the bullpen. And Joe Madden hears something from Dave Martinez before he crosses the white line and goes out for the meeting on the mound.
You know what Joe Madden may do? He may walk Greg Dobbs, who's been announced as the pinch hitter for Feliz, and then use a 5-man infield. He's done that before. Used a 5-man infield for Carlos Ruiz. You don't know what Joe Madden's going to do. Very unconventional. He's calling in someone. I think he's calling in Zobrist, the right fielder, who used to be an infielder. So I think a 5-man infield is going to be employed by Joe Madden, as he may be telling Zobrist, go get your infielder's glove. Get rid of your outfielder's glove. I want to use 5 men in the infield and 2 men in the outfield. Walk Greg Dobbs and take your chances with the bases loaded and nobody out.
And this will be an opportunity then, theoretically. And you can see now Madden talking to his 2 outfielders from a distance. You've got Dobbs coming up, then Ruiz, and I'll say Ruiz has had very good at-bats in this World Series to this point.
The best at-bats for the Phillies in the last 2 games. That's right. I don't think there's any way you can pitch to Dobbs, however.
No. Phillies was 0 for 3. Dobbs will be the pinch hitter for Pedro Phillies here in the 9th. Now Navarro's going to go out and talk again. We're just out there for 3 minutes. The crowd is saying we've been here long enough. Let's see it.
So you have a third baseman, shortstop, and I don't know what you call that guy. He's the right fielder playing up the middle, second baseman, and first baseman. So you have 5 in the infield, 2 in the outfield, playing very shallow.
You've got Crawford in left, Upton more in right center, but he's extremely shallow. And right field is wide open, but they're going to walk Dobbs. And then it's Ruiz. There's nobody out in the inning. And Charlie Manuel, just so you know, still has Matt Stairs on his bench, so Taguchi and Chris Coast. But we've seen Ruiz have some of the better at-bats of anybody in a Philly uniform. And he may get his chance to win Game 3 of the World Series. Back-to-back intentional walks to load the bases. And Ruiz will be the man on the spot. He's homered tonight. He has walked. He's grounded out.
Joe, I cannot remember a World Series game that included a 5-man infield ever. May have happened before our time.
Ruiz went deep in the second to make it 2-1. Phillies led 4-1. The Rays tied it with 2 in the 7th, 1 in the 8th. It's 4-4, bottom of the 9th. Stairs is on deck. There's nobody out. The infield is in. The outfield has only 2 players in it. They're shallow. And it's a battle between Grant Balfour and Carlos Ruiz, who hit .219 during the regular season. Ball 1. After a high fastball, it's 1-1. Ruiz in Game 2 had 2 walks, 2 doubles. Tonight, a home run, a walk. And Balfour, who was actually sent to the minor leagues during the season and had to pass through waivers to get there successfully, and then called back and took off out of the bullpen for the Rays, is trying to somehow send this game to the 10th. Too much heat, 96, and strike 2.
That's why Balfour's in there, and no left-hander is warming up. Joe Madden looking for the strikeout. Realistically, a ground ball. The odds are against it.
Ruiz fights it off. It has been 15 years and 4 days since the Phillies last had a World Series victory here in this city. It came behind Curt Schilling, a 2-0 win over Toronto, a 5-hit shutout, 5 singles allowed that night. Phillies lost that series to Toronto, trying to take tonight a 2-1 series lead over the Rays. Ruiz is trying to do it. Two and two. Everything has been up from Balfour, which, if Ruiz can put the wood on one of those pitches up, could lead to a sacrifice fly or something deep enough to win the game.
On the other hand, fastballs up are Balfour's strikeout pitch.
Chop to third. Play at the plate. Phillies take game 3. You talk about a weird 9th inning. The only time the baseball left the infield was on the throw from Dioner Navarro to second.
That's right.
A hit batsman, a wild pitch, a throwing error, 2 intentional walks, and then this little squibber up the third baseline that Longoria couldn't do anything with.
A grounder 45 feet for the win.
After an hour-and-a-half delay at the start, a 3-hour 41-minute game 3 that's won by Philadelphia on that chopper hit by Carlos Ruiz. And the Phillies are up 2-1. Let's go down to the field and check in with Chris Myers.
Joe, I'm with Ryan Howard, and the Philly fans are going fanatical. They waited a long time and into Sunday. First of all, take us through the range of emotions for a finish like this.
You know what? It's crazy. It was an up-and-down game. It was a hard-fought game by both teams, and I mean, it came down to the last pitch. And you know, this is the kind of World Series that you dream of being in, and it's a little nerve-wracking, but to come out with a victory like that, it's great.
What did you think of the 5-man infield? Did you ever see anything like that in this?
I don't know. They look like they're about to blitz. You know, I've seen it from this team before, where they've had, they've brought in guys in or had another guy go out to the outfield. But you do what you got to do in order to try to either get in the guy's head or make the play.
I know it's a cold night. You're warming up. You hit the long ball, obviously, in back-to-back. You feel a little better out there?
Yeah, just trying to take it all in stride and just. I had some good swings tonight, even though, I didn't really show a whole lot for it, but, it's steadily getting a little bit better and, right on the verge.
All right, and the Phillies are up 2-1, and thanks for staying up late with us. We'll see you tomorrow night.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
You mean
all right.
tonight?
Later tonight. Thanks, Ryan Howard. Let's go over to Ken Rosenthal.
Thanks, Chris. We're here with Eric Bruntlett. Eric, you scored the winning run, squibber by Carlos Ruiz. What was your thought process there?
Well, it's bases loaded, so obviously anything on the ground, I'm going. As soon as it was hit, knew I had a chance to score. It was hit, one of those balls is soft enough that, since I'm thinking going on the ground all the way, I got a pretty good jump on it and was able to beat it out.
You start the inning, you come up to the plate. Obviously, the last thing you're probably expecting is to get hit.
Yeah, that's not what I had in mind. You're looking for any way to get on base, and I'll certainly take that. Obviously, it worked out real well for us, but, that wasn't my thought. I'll take it.
Shane comes up to bunt. What happened there?
Well, it threw the wild pitch, and so immediately I started taking off for second. And when I turn back around, I see the ball carry him off back to Navarro, and he's coming up to make a play at second base. So I think it bounced right back to him, and obviously the ball got away, and he was able to get a third as well. But that's, kind of a crazy play that could have worked against us, ended up giving us 2 bases. So it worked out well for us. We got a lot of good fortune that inning.
Home running game 2, winning run tonight. Eric, thank you very much. Joe, back to you.
All right, Kenny, thank you. A 3-hour, 41-minute game that's won 5-4 by Philadelphia. Romero the winner, J.P. Howell the loser, and the Phillies are now up 2-1.
This Phillies Rewind is brought to you in part by DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app